I got the time right here. I got the time right now. Uh-huh. That's right. Time is all I got right here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, here in the internet world, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you tune in to get the real scoop. My name is Don Strong. I am here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I am interviewing Brother David from Brooklyn.
Time, she's my friend.
Hello, this is David from Brooklyn. Brother David from Brooklyn speaks, and I'm glad to be with you now. And I want to talk about something that's very important for the people. And essentially what that is taking action on your own. You know, it's wonderful that people who are able to vote can vote and all that. But that should not be the end of it. It's important for you to do things on your own. And what I mean by that is that you just can't sit back after you voted for someone and think that everything is going to be all right. It has to be up to you and what you do. So voting is not enough. Your personal action counts for a lot. And I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about. In this community, there are things that need to be done. For example, when Mayor Bloomberg was in, he instituted the program of 1,000,000 trees. And what it takes is for you to call in to the city. They have a 311 number here, and let them know that you want some trees in the area and give their addresses. Well, I was riding around yesterday coming from Manhattan, and I discovered, I checked as I came back, that many streets have few to no trees. And people can get these trees at no cost, and they don't take advantage of it. So you can't expect a slug of a politician to worry about the fact you have no trees in your block and do something about it. You can do it yourself by calling in your 311 number. So people don't take advantage of things that they have that are value to them and absolutely free. Also, when I think about trees, I did some research on them, and I saw all the value that you can get out of trees. They cool the place in the summer. They beautify the area. They clean the air. They provide oxygen. They save energy. They purify the air somewhat and add value to home. So people don't take advantage of it, and you vote for somebody as a politician in your area, but you got to take those things into your own hand. Also, you can, here in New York, you can easily call a city authority on your own. Doesn't cost you anything. It's just a telephone call to have sidewalks fixed. When I moved to where I'm living in Brooklyn, there were many broken sidewalks. All I did was call up and complain about these broken sidewalks, and now you can come around and you'll find pristine sidewalks, and you can do that. So it's not a matter of just voting for some politician to take care of things for you. It's a matter of you doing things for yourself. So sidewalks and trees, that's wonderful. You can do that for yourself, and you don't need your slug politician to do anything for you. I think another thing that one has to do for themselves is to call and write. You can write to newspapers, write to politicians, even though that's not the end of it. Don't expect anything, but to have it on record that you did call. But you must do that as a way of getting things done. You got to learn how to demonstrate. You got to get involved in demonstration. You must volunteer in your area. You want to make your place better, you got to do some volunteer work. Also, if you want to improve things for yourself, you have to understand that you can't just depend on corporate media. You know, the regular corporate television, radio, and newspapers. You have to seek out non-corporate sources and not regular bestseller books that are out there, but also books that you don't hear much about, that I've talked about before. So you've got to get that information out, and you must never forget that the people who rule this country, you're talking about the Uniparty, the Republicans and Democrats, what the things they want to do for you in terms of education, so-called, and that's in quotation marks, is to keep you ignorant. There's no way that anyone could rule this empire and benefit with all the money they give to the rulers if people were not kept ignorant. So ignorance is one of the most important things the ruling class that runs the country have to do to keep the people under control. So don't let them keep you ignorant. Study on your own. Do what you have to do to learn the real truth. Don't be a victim of dog whistle politics. That's the ruling class's main method of dividing people up, especially the people with the European phenotype. A dog whistle politics. In other words, dividing people up, having people contending against each other, and people not understanding what's going on. And never forget also that politicians serve their masters. They don't serve you. They serve the people who give those big campaign contributions at the local, at the state, and the national level. So we must understand what's going on. And it's very interesting that you hear about these rallies that certain politicians have, that they're talking all kinds of nonsense, and the people have no idea of what's going on for them. So you've got to educate yourself, because they don't want to educate you, they want to train you, and you got to look at alternative sources for information, because you're not going to get the true story in the corporate media. They're not there for you, they are there for those who rule. And this has to do with all kinds of things. If you look at your computer and look for the healthiest countries, the 10 healthiest countries, you won't find the United States up there, even though we spend fantastic sums of money on our health system, which is privately operated for the benefit of hospitals, doctors, and pharmaceutical companies. They run the medical school, they run everything that has to do with health. Insurance companies make a mint out of it, and that's because the people don't understand the system they're living in. So do your best to volunteer, to seek grants to help your community. Brother David has brought tens of thousands of dollars into his community by seeking out grants, and I'm very happy for that. So there are a lot of other things you do, and the best takeaway message I'm leaving you with is you have to do things your own. Don't depend on a politician. Get out there and make your telephone calls, write your letters, do your demonstration, and do what has to be done to get the best conditions for the people that live in your community. Don't let them have a million tree program and you get no trees. Don't let them get away with letting broken up sidewalks and being in your community when you could easily make the move and telephone calls to bring good with sidewalks in the community. One person I talked to, they mentioned, well, you know, they might send you a bill. Well, it's your responsibility in New York to keep up your sidewalk. So if you keep it up, then they won't give you a bill for coming around to fix your sidewalks. So just keep that in mind. It's not enough just to vote or look at a politician to solve your problem in your community. So community is what we have our hands on, and we should do whatever is necessary to make the community we live in better. Thank you.
I got the secret here in my shirt pocket. You can have the time you're needed. You can just float with me. Ride it up, baby, ride it, baby. Ride it up like the sea.